Everyone tells you the same thing: never change money at the airport. It might be the most repeated travel advice on the internet. Almost nobody who repeats it can tell you what it costs. So I ran the numbers. The same $1,000, 8 different ways to turn it into foreign currency. Same benchmark, same day, no guessing. The gap between the best way and the worst way was $115 on one exchange. And here is the part I did not expect. The airport counter is not the worst thing you can do with your money. Something else is. And most people do it without noticing. The airport exchange story has lasted decades because it is built on something real. Those counters pay rent for the most expensive retail space in the country. They staff a desk at 4 in the morning, and they are betting you have no other option in the next 10 minutes. But the advice never gets more specific than never do it. That is because the cost is invisible. There is no fee on your receipt. There is a rate on a board, and almost nobody knows what that rate should have been. So the first thing I needed was a benchmark, one number that every other number gets measured against. That is the mid-market rate, the one banks quote each other, the one Google shows you. It is also the one nobody at an airport will ever give you. I pull it live from the European Central Bank's published reference rates. As of this recording, $1 is worth 0.8778 euros. So $1,000 should buy you 877 euros. Then 8 ways to actually get that money. An airport counter, a foreign ATM. That same ATM, when you accept its offer to charge you in dollars, cash ordered from your bank, a card with a foreign transaction fee, and a card without one. Wise, Revolut. Every margin comes from a published source. Travelex and ICE for the counter rates. Wise's own pricing page, Revolut's fee schedule, and the Visa and MasterCard converters for the network rate. Each one is stored as a range, not a single number. A counter at Heathrow and a counter in Lisbon do not charge the same thing. So every figure ahead is the midpoint of a published range, and all of them are linked below. And if a channel's cost could not be sourced, it got dropped, not estimated, dropped. Start with the best case, so you can see how far everything else falls. A credit card with no foreign transaction fee settles at the Visa or MasterCard network rate. That is within about 1% of mid-market. On $1,000, it costs you $5. Total. Wise lands in the same place. It gives you the real mid-market rate and charges a stated fee around 0.5% for dollars into euros. $5.25. Revolut matches it on a weekday. That is the floor. $5. Hold on to it, because everything from here is measured against it. Now the move everyone actually recommends. Walk up to a foreign ATM with a no-fee debit card. The network rate is good, within about 1%, but many banks add a $3 operator fee. Total damage, $13. Still basically fine. Here's where it slips. Use a normal American card carrying a 3% foreign transaction fee. That same $1,000 now costs you $35. Same machine, same rate, same trip. The only thing that changed was which piece of plastic was in your pocket. Order foreign cash from your own bank before you fly. This is the responsible sounding move. You pay a 3 to 6% spread plus a delivery fee, $52.50, which brings us to the airport counter, 8 to 14% over mid-market. On $1,000, $110 gone. That is a night in a hotel you are no longer paying for. And it is worth being precise about how that happens. The counter never charges you a fee. It quotes you a rate. If the real rate is 0.8778, the board reads closer to 0.78. No commission is technically true and completely beside the point. The margin is already inside the number, so here's the running tally on $1,000. 5 at best, 13 at an ATM, 35 on the wrong card, 52 from your bank, 110 at the airport counter. Except there is one more. And it beats them all. Walk up to that same foreign ATM. It asks whether you would like to be charged in US dollars instead of the local currency. Say yes, and it costs you $120. That is dynamic currency conversion. It is worse than the airport kiosk. The machine is offering to do the exchange itself instead of letting Visa or MasterCard do it. At a rate the machine picks, adding 5 to 12% on top of every other fee in the transaction. So the most expensive way to handle money abroad is not the counter. It is a button you press yourself, on a screen, in about 2 seconds, because it is worded as a favor. Now the part that complicates it, because a one-sided answer is not worth much. The loss is proportional, and that changes the advice more than people admit. Change $80 at the airport for a train ticket and a coffee. The counter takes about $9. That is a fair price for not hunting an unfamiliar station for an ATM at midnight. The ripoff is real, but small amounts are fine. Just use an ATM is also only good advice with the right card. A foreign ATM on a card charging 3% plus a withdrawal fee is not the $13 row. It is much closer to the $35 one. The card in your pocket decides that number, not the machine in the wall, and the two best options carry fine print. Revolut gives you the interbank rate on weekdays, inside your plan's monthly allowance. Go over it or use it on a weekend, and it adds up to 1%. Wise charges a visible fee that moves with the currency pair. Still the floor, but the floor is not zero. So, is exchanging money at the airport a ripoff? Yes, and it is not close. On $1,000, the airport counter costs you $110. A no-fee card costs you $5. That is a nice dinner for two, gone, before you have even left the terminal. But the more useful answer is the one nobody puts in a headline. The worst deal in travel money is not the counter you can see coming. It is the ATM screen that offers to charge you in dollars, and it costs $120. So here's the whole thing, as short as I can make it. 1. Always decline the offer to be charged in your home currency, on a screen, at a counter, anywhere. That one is free, and it is the biggest single save on this list. 2. Get a card with no foreign transaction fee before you leave. About $5 per thousand, and it applies to everything you buy, not just cash. 3. Pull cash from a bank branch ATM when you land, not a standalone machine in a tourist strip. That is where the highest operator fees and the pushiest conversion prompts live. 4. For anything large, like a deposit or a month of rent, Wise and Revolut are worth the extra step. I have an affiliate link for Wise below, but you can get to the same place with a no foreign fee card, and that one costs nothing to set up. Pick whichever you will actually use. 5. Keep the airport counter for what it is good at, $20 or $40 so you can get out of the airport. That is not the mistake. A week of spending money is. One last thing, because your trip is not $1,000 into euros, I put the whole data set behind this video into a free calculator on the site. Type in your amount, pick your currency, it shows what you walk away with at all 8 of these options and exactly what each one costs you. No sign up, no email, nothing to buy. The link is in the description along with every source used here. Run your own numbers before you fly. That's what the data says about changing money at the airport. The free calculator and every source are linked in the description below. If you're planning a trip, we have full city guides waiting for you, and they are built the same way, on real numbers. And if you haven't yet, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks so much for watching, and safe travels.